Hello guys, so today we are going to talk about the composite number program. So here let's start. So the name of the class is composite and here's the main function. We have created a scanner object here and the main motive of this program is to explain you the logic behind the program. And here I would like to explain this program in very detailed version. So this is the import keyword which is used to import several other classes which are pre-built in Java made by programmers and are used for several purposes into the private package of ours which we have created as basically text and more programs, and that class is imported into our package and we could use the class. And the public package which has already been made is util, in which the scanner class is stored, and the scanner class is being used in this program in order to input the value from the user. And here the name of the class is composite, and the function is here where public is the access specifier, static is the modifier, void is the return type, whereas main is the you can write this in your notes, that we could be making notes that in public is the access specifier. You can make arrows and write it public is the access specifier, static is the modifier, void is the return type, and main is the function name, where main is used to make the function as the main or the static function. Static keyword is used to make a function into main function, and already the main name is here. And then we go into the another statement, that is the scanner object creation statement, in which we are creating a scanner object using these keywords. The new keyword is being used to create a scanner object, whereas system.in is the input stream and sc is the object's name. System.out.println please input the number is the statement in which we are telling the user to input the number, and the number is being input into this variable n, and this variable n will store the value of that input with the user will input. And sc.next into the statement to store that value into this variable. Int I and c is equal to 0 are some of the variables which we have declared, which we will be using in the other parts of the program. For I is equal to 0, I is less than equal to n, I plus plus, where I is whose i's initial value is 1. This is the for loop in which this is the original value, this is the condition, and this is the step value. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, so I is equal to 1 for the first time, and I is less than equal to n. For example, let's take n as 8. 1 is less than equal to 8, and 8 modulus 1 is equal to 0. C plus plus, C becomes 1. And now the Java control goes back to this looping variable, where it is going to check that, and where it is going to increase the value of I from 1 to 2, and 2 is less than equal to 8. Yes, it is true. So the Java control will enter into this statement, and 8 modulus 2 is equal to 0. That is true, because the remainder of when the division takes place, the remainder comes out to be 0. So here's C++, that is post increment operator, and it becomes 2. Now the Java control goes back to the looping condition, and it checks that and increases the value from 2 to 3. It becomes 3 is less than equal to 8. Yes, it is. The Java control will come into this conditional looping statement and check that if 8 modulus 3 is equal to 0. So we know that it is not, so it will not compute the result in this case. When it is 4, 8 modulus 4 is equal to 0. Yeah, so that is true. So it becomes 3. Right, so the post increment operator will increase the value of say from 2 to 3. Now the Java control will go back to this looping condition, and it will increase the value of I from 4 to 5. 5 is less than equal to 8. Yes, it is. So the Java control comes into this and checks that if 8 modulus 5 is equal to 0. So basically 8 divided by 5 whose remainder is equal to 0 or not. Which is not. Yeah, that is true. So it will not compute any result in this case. It will go back and increase the value of I. The i's value becomes 6, and the result becomes, yeah, so in this case also it will not compute in result because the remainder is not 0 in this case. When it becomes 7, now 8 modulus 7 is equal to 0. That is not true because the remainder becomes out to be 1, so it will not compute any result. And when it will become 9, I mean 8, 8 modulus 8 is equal to 0. So yeah, that is true because 8 is a factor of 8, right? So yeah, so basically the step here being used is to find a factor in this case. Yeah, so now the factor is been found. So there are four factors of 8, and if basically c is the number of factors, c is the frequency of factors, so we can see that c plus plus is a counter variable. That is also, that could be also asked in examinations, that what is c and what is the role of c. C is basically a counter variable which is counting or which is calculating the frequency of a particular function. For example, the function here is to find the factor. So it is finding the frequency of number of factors of this input. So C is equal to 4 and C is greater than equal to 2, of course. So the Java compiler will execute this statement that the number is a composite number. And if we take any other example, for example 3, so in this case, the Java compiler will run and the factors which for 3 are 2, and it is if C is greater than 2. In this case, it is equal to 2, so it is false. So this is not a composite number. And now I'm going to show you some examples. Let's compile the program. Okay, wait a second. No, last compile, no syntax error. If you put 5, the number is not a composite number because 5 is a prime number. So yeah, let's put some other examples. If we put 100000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 there is an input of mismatch exception because there is a particular integer type has a particular storage memory, and if you put more than storage memory there would be a glitch. Like the video, share the video. Thanks for your support. Bye. Thanks for watching.